There's a fly. It lands on a wound. It leaves. You forget about it. 72 hours later, that wound is a crater with hundreds of teeth inside it, eating. Today we're ranking every human parasite by pain. Number 10 will make you uncomfortable. Number 1 will make you beg for amputation. And Bob here is going to experience all of them for science. Let's begin. Bob eats a gas station burger. The patty's gray. Bob doesn't care. Bob is hungry. 3 weeks later, Bob has a roommate, a 30-foot roommate, living in his intestines, eating his food, paying zero rent. It's not a worm. It's a 30-foot measuring tape made of nightmares, living rent-free in your gut. The tapeworm hooks onto your intestinal wall and just absorbs. Everything you eat, it eats first. Bob's hungry all the time. Bob's losing weight. Bob doesn't know he's feeding too. The best part? It sheds segments. Those segments are full of eggs. They crawl out of Bob's body at night on their own. Treatable, 1 pill. The worm dies and comes out in pieces. But you'll never eat a burger the same way again, especially from a gas station. Actually, never eat from a gas station. That's just life advice. Bob's at a backyard barbecue. The host hands him a pork chop. It's medium rare, he says. It's not medium rare, it's medium stupid. And now Bob has 10,000 new tenants moving into his body. Imagine 10,000 tiny roommates. They don't pay rent. They just curl up inside your muscles and calcify forever. You're a worm timeshare now. The larvae hatch in your gut. Then they enter your bloodstream. Then they go house hunting. Their dream home? Your muscles, your biceps, your jaw, your diaphragm, your heart. They burrow in, curl up, and form cysts. Bob's body is now a worm Airbnb. 5-star reviews. Treatable if caught early. Kill. The worms, problem solved. If not, the cysts calcify. They harden. They become part of you. Congratulations, Bob. You're part worm now, forever. Bob books the cheapest safari possible. No guide, no repellent, maximum adventure, he says. A fly bites him. Bob swats it, moves on. Doesn't think about it for 3 years. He should have thought about it. It's like a tiny white thread doing laps in your eyeball juice, and you get front row seats. VIP access. No way to leave the theater. Then one day, the adult worm gets curious, decides to go sightseeing, picks the scenic route across your eyeball. You see it. It sees you. It's a moment. The pain isn't physical. It's the horror of watching something live inside you, and you can't look away because it's in your eye. Treatable, but extraction means waiting for it to surface and pulling it out with tweezers while Bob watches. Budget safari, premium nightmare. Tropical. Beach. Golden sand. Bob kicks off his shoes. Instagram moment. A tiny flea jumps on, smaller than a grain of sand. Bob doesn't notice. The flea notices Bob. The flea has plans. She's pregnant. She's not leaving. She's expanding inside your toe like a horrible little balloon animal. A balloon animal that lays eggs inside you. The female flea burrows headfirst into your skin. Only her butt sticks out. Why? She needs to breathe and release eggs. Then she swells, 1,000 times her original size. Your toe becomes a maternity ward. She lays about 100 eggs into your foot. Then she dies inside you. Her corpse stays, curable with removal. But removal means digging her out with a needle while she holds on with tiny flea claws. She's not a guest. She's a squatter with a death grip. Wear shoes on the beach, or don't. Your toes are optional anyway. Bob goes hiking in Central America. Gets bitten by a mosquito. Normal day, right? Wrong. That mosquito was a delivery driver. The package? A Botfly egg. The destination? Bob's face. The mosquito is an Uber driver. The passenger? A baby maggot. The drop-off location? Your flesh. 1-star rating. No tip. Body heat hatches the egg. The larva burrows in, makes itself comfortable, stays for 8 weeks. Here's the fun part. It has rings of tiny spines to anchor itself, so you can't just squeeze it out. It breathes through a hole in your skin. You can see it, pulsing. Sometimes you can hear it. Cure involves suffocating it with petroleum jelly and squeezing it out. Pop, like the world's worst pimple. Or you can wait. It'll leave on its own, when it's ready, when it's done growing, like a horrible, fleshy graduation. Congratulations, it's a maggot. By the way, if you're still watching, you're either fascinated or traumatized. Possibly both. Bob's both. Permanently. Warm lake. Hot day. Perfect for a swim. Bob does a cannonball. Water goes up his nose. Inside. That water. A single-celled organism. Smaller than a grain of sand. It just found the express lane to Bob's brain. It's not eating your brain because it's hungry. It's eating your brain because your brain looks like food. You're not a person to it. You're a buffet with a personality. The amoeba enters through your nose, crawls up your olfactory nerve, nerve, reaches your brain in 24 hours. Then it eats. And your immune system panics, causes swelling. Your brain gets crushed against your own skull. Your body kills you trying to save you. Day 1, headache. Day 3, confusion. Day 5, seizures. Day 7, death. No sequel for Bob. Most people don't know they have it until it's too late. The symptoms look like meningitis. By the time you figure it out, it's already eating dessert. Bob orders sushi from a sketchy convenience store. It's fine, he says. Fish is fish. Fish is not fish, Bob. Inside that discount sashimi, a larva with a helmet of hooks and absolutely no sense of direction. It's a GPS with brain damage. It knows it needs to go somewhere. It has no idea where, so it just digs through everything. So it wanders and wanders and wanders through your liver, through your lungs, sometimes through your eyes, sometimes through your brain. It leaves a trail of damage wherever it goes, like a drunk driver in your organs. No destination, just chaos. Treatable with surgery, if they can find it. Problem? It moves. Up to 1 centimeter per hour. It's playing hide and seek inside you. Good luck. Middle of nowhere. Bob's thirsty. The pond water looks clean enough. Inside that water, tiny water fleas. Inside those fleas, larvae. Bob just drank his future nightmare. Now we wait. 1 year later, it's a 3-foot spaghetti noodle. It's alive, and the only exit is through your ankle. Slowly, larvae hit your stomach. They grow for 1 full year. You feel nothing. Life goes on. Then she migrates toward your leg. She knows what she's doing. She's done this for millions of years. She creates a blister. It burns like fire. Bob puts his leg in water for relief. That's exactly what she wanted. She pokes her head out, releases thousands of babies. The cycle continues. There's no medicine, no shortcut. Just you, a stick, and patience. You wrap the worm around a stick. Turn it 1 centimeter per day. Takes 2 to 6 weeks. The extraction method hasn't changed in 3,500 years. Ancient Egyptians did the same thing. This is ancient suffering. Time tested. Bob approved. Bob sleeps in his contact lenses. Just one night. He's tired. What's the worst that could happen? The amoeba was in his tap water. Now it's trapped under his lens. It found the perfect home. The most sensitive tissue in the human body. Bob just gave it a VIP invitation. Your cornea? Most nerve endings in your entire body. This amoeba doesn't just live there. It eats it. Imagine a cheese grater on your eyeball 24/7. The amoeba gets trapped under the lens, starts digesting the cornea, layer by layer. Every nerve ending fires, constantly. Your eye is screaming, but there's nothing to see. Pain so intense, people beg to have their eye removed. Take out your contacts. 30 seconds. That's the difference between seeing tomorrow and not. A cut, that's all. A tiny cut on Bob's arm. The kind you forget about in 5 minutes. A fly lands on it, lays eggs. Bob swats it, thinks nothing of it. That was the last normal moment. Everything after this is not. Most maggots eat dead tissue. They're nature's cleanup crew. The screwworm doesn't do cleanup. It specifically, exclusively, preferentially eats living flesh. You're not a corpse to it. You're a meal. A fresh, screaming meal. The eggs hatch in 24 hours. The larvae have rows of teeth, arranged in spirals, like a drill bit. They burrow headfirst into living tissue, not dead tissue, living. They want it fresh. They secrete enzymes to keep the wound open, to keep the blood flowing, to attract more flies, more eggs, more larvae. Each generation digs deeper. They can reach bone in days, muscle, organs, whatever's in the way. The tapeworm steals your food. The eyeworm just passes through. The brain-eating amoeba kills you fast. The screwworm, it keeps you alive on purpose, because dead flesh doesn't taste as good. You are conscious, you are aware, you feel every bite, every burrow, every new generation hatching. This is not a parasite. This is biological torture. The name hominivorax literally means man-eater. Scientists looked at this thing and said, yeah, that's a man-eater, and that's why it's number 1. Don't ignore small cuts. Don't ignore flies. Don't ignore anything ever again. 10 parasites. 10 ways your body becomes someone else's property, without your consent, without your knowledge. The lesson? Don't eat gas station sushi. Don't sleep in contacts. Don't swim in warm lakes. And maybe just never go outside again. Subscribe if you want to watch Bob suffer more. He's immortal. Tragically. Sweet dreams.